Hello, and welcome to the Lesson 10 case study for 7410, Installing and Configuring Windows Server 2012 R2. So in this case study, you actually have to give a presentation to talk about standards and best practices when it comes to information technology. And in this case study and in this presentation, you're going to be focusing on IP addressing standards. And a standard is there for a reason. A standard is there because it was actually developed by an external organization and it's considered a best practice and the way something is done so there's conformity in society. All right, and in this case, IP addressing has to be the same on any network that actually is in existence today. So as long as you have a network and you have clients who attach to a network, all those clients need to have an IP address in order for them to send and receive data on a network. So you're going to be talking about standards, why standards are very important in society in general, as well as best practices. Sometimes you'll be also involved with following best practices with a standard. A standard and a best practice are two different things. A standard is actually developed by an organization. A best practice is actually developed over time, over repeated, variations of a procedure until that one actual instance of the procedure becomes very efficient and actually develops into something that's used time and time again. So hopefully that makes sense to you. When you're also preparing for a presentation, it could be a presentation about anything, you really should follow the 5 components of information literacy in the 21st century. And these components were actually developed by the American Library Association, or ALA. And the first thing is to define your problem, or define whatever you're going to be speaking about or presenting. The next thing is to find your sources from a variety of sources. And these sources are primary and secondary sources, and then evaluate the sources to make sure they're accurate, that they're current, that they're not biased, and that they're very objective. The next thing you're going to do after evaluating your sources, you're going to organize your information. So you can organize your information by creating an outline or some type of structure in order for you to effectively present the information. And the last part of this is communicating the information. So you really should be communicating the information in a variety of media because everyone learns differently. So when you communicate any information to someone who you're trying to teach or you're trying to present in front of, you should be using, say, PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint to create slides. You may want to use Microsoft Word in order to create handouts, and you may want to have some audio and other visual capabilities. So that's a little bit about presenting, and it's a little bit about what this case study goes into.